Howdy, folks. I'm Alan for today's news. I will be reading and speaking about world news, interesting news to keep you entertained and news to keep you informed. What I got for you right here from Snoops. It says Hot Mike supposedly catches Biden threatening to wage war on Texas with F-15 fighter jets. On January 15, 2024, former TV judge Joe Brown of the Judge Joe Brown Show reposted archived a video on X, formerly Twitter, that appeared to feature an audio recording of U.S. President Joe Biden caught on a hot mic while talking about an issue involving Texas and illegal immigrants across the U.S.-Mexico border. In the video, a muffled voice somewhat resembling Biden's can be heard saying the words, "We're going to make sure those cowboys don't stop the surge of military-age men from entering. If we have to send F-15s to Texas there and wage war against Texas, so be it." And somebody made a comment, fascist-in-chief Biden clearly reveals his nature over an open mic. He threatened to have the U.S. Air Force strike for Texas. And it says there, the video caption, which was not written by Brown and may have come from two or more separate previous posts, read, "Who is more treacherous, the tyrant or the people that let it happen? President has just threatened to attack America. Hot mic caught." The person picture at the bottom half of the video was TikToker user, can't say that name, a view of that user account showed that the person had subsequently either deleted or hidden the video, perhaps after being told multiple times by commenters that the supposed Biden audio was likely fake. I don't know, I heard it. I think it's real myself. Anyway, he said that same clip was reported numerous times, other times on TikTok and X. We also found further reposts on former U.S. President Donald Trump's social media platform, Truth Social, as well as on Facebook and Instagram. However, we have yet to uncover any evidence that would suggest Biden ever said these words. Many users who commented under postings on the video suggested that the audio of Biden talking was likely generated by an artificial intelligence tool, which it could be, but it sounded like Biden to me. Anyway, I'm going to play this video for you here. Let me get it up here. And hopefully you can understand it.
We want to make sure those cowboys don't stop the surge of military-age men from entering. If we have to send F-15s to Texas there and wage war against Texas, so be it. We're going to make sure those cowboys don't stop the surge of military-age men from entering. If we have to send F-15s to Texas there and wage war against Texas, so be it.
Now, it could be AI generated. I don't know. I don't have no proof. I'm on cut this video here, and I'm gonna put it right. I'm gonna add it to my newscast here.
We're going to make sure those cowboys don't stop the surge of military-age men from entering. If we have to send F-15s to Texas here and wage war against Texas, so be it.
And let's go on to the next one. This one here is from NPR, STLPR, from National. It says 215 people have been buried behind a Mississippi jail since 2016, attorney says. This is dated January 12, 2024. And it says here, families of people who were buried in the Paupers Field next to the Hinds County Pinto Farm near Jackson, Mississippi, was calling for a federal investigation into the burials, which took place without families being notified with their attorneys, now saying the field holds hundreds more graves. The family want a full accounting of the bodies buried there. The issue became national news last fall when several families said they had waited months to hear about a missing loved ones, only to learn their relative had died months earlier and were buried in a grassy field, their graves marked only by a metal tag bearing a number. Their attorney, civil rights lawyer, Ben Crump, says he believes many more people were buried under the similar circumstances. We know, based on the records from the coroner's office, that since 2016, in the last 8 years, we can identify 215 that were buried behind the jail, and their families have not been notified, Crump told PBS NewsHour this week. When NPR contacted officials in Jackson to ask about Crump's allegation, Melissa Faith Payne, the city's director of communications, said the bodies were buried in a pauper's grave yard managed by Hinds County. It is not a secret burial ground, she said, and those graves are the bodies of those who went unclaimed by family when they died. These persons are either homeless people, inmates from local jails who died but relatives never claimed their bodies, unidentified person who officials were never able to connect with families, or even persons who died whose family couldn't afford a funeral. Anyway, it goes on and on and on. I'm going to go to my next news now. This one here is from the Hill. NATO mobilized for biggest military exercise since Cold War. NATO is gearing up for its largest military drill since the end of the Cold War, with 90,000 troops expected to take part in the Western Security Alliance exercise across Europe next week. The military drill, called Steadfast Defender 24, will begin next week and run until May. And all 31 nations in the alliance participating in the exercise. Sweden, a candidate for NATO that has yet to be ratified, will also participate. General Christopher Cavalli, commander of U.S. Europe Command and Supreme Allied Commander Europe of NATO, said the alliance needs to rehearse and refine our plans through rigorous training and exercise. The alliance will demonstrate its ability to reinforce the Euro-Atlantic area via transatlantic movement of forces from North America. Anyway, that goes on and on. And I got another one here similar. This is from the Messenger. It said NATO warns of all-out war with Russia. The tectonic plates of power are shifting, and as a result, we face the most dangerous world in decades, said the head of NATO's military committee. A top NATO military official offered an ominous warning on Thursday, telling reporters that civilians must be prepared for the possibility of war with Russia within the next 2 decades. We have realized it's not a given that we are in peace, and that's why we are preparing for conflict with Russia, said Admiral Rob Bauer, a Dutch naval officer who chairs the Alliance Military Committee, the Telegraph reported. Bauer's remarks follow a meeting of NATO defense chief in Brussels, where the admiral told his peers that members countries should expect the unexpected by increasing defense exercises and placing troops on alert to make for a war-fighting transformation of NATO, according to Politico. We need public and private actors to change their minds set for an era in which everything was plannable, foreseeable, controllable, focused on efficiency. And that goes on and on and on too. So they're expecting war with Russia in the next 10 to 20 years. Okay, let's go to my next one here. This one here I thought was interesting. This from the Irish Star. Nike shoe spotted in 400-year-old painting convinces people of time travel. A 400-year-old painting is going viral online for seemingly showing a young boy wearing a pair of Nike sneakers. Eagle-eyed Florina Forsky, 57, spotted the alleged time traveler during a recent visit to the London Gallery in a painting from hundreds of years before Nike was invented. People have since taken to social media to discuss what is going on with the old painting. And it says down here, it shows an 8-year-old boy standing in the foreground holding a goblet, which he rests on the table adorned with a red cloth, and the boys can be seen sporting a black jacket and cape, a white shirt with ruffled sleeves, auburn socks, and black boots. When you get a good look at the shoes, it does appear as though the iconic Nike tick can be seen on the side of it, which it does. I'm going to show you a picture of it right here. A spokesman from the National Gallery said, "We are delighted that this picture has been such a hit with our visitors. It resonated with followers when we put out a tweet asking people to see if they could spot a more modern detail by taking a closer look at the shoes of the 8-year-old boy at the portrait." While the Nike theory is a fun one, what is most likely is that the white smudge of paint ended up on the boy's shoe somehow. Okay, that's a possibility, but when I look at it and I looked at it and I looked at it, it doesn't look like a smudge paint. But yeah, I don't see it on the other shoe. And like I said, the picture will be right here. Let's go on to the next one. Walmart raises pay. Let's see. Do I want to read that one? Let's see. Yeah. Walmart raises starting pay, redesign bonuses for store managers. This is out of New York, the Associated Press. Walmart Incorporated raising the starting pay for store managers while redesigning its bonus plan that will put more of an emphasis on profits for these leaders. The moves around Thursday will be effective February 1st. They come as the nation's largest retailer and largest private employer seeks to retain qualified managers and make clear to hourly workers that there's a path for upward mobility in a still highly competitive labor market. Roughly 75% of its store managers started out as hourly workers, Walmart said. Walmart said that the store manager new starting annual base wage will be from $90,000 to $170,000. Previously, the range was from $65,000 to $170,000. That means the average base pay for store manager will go to $128,000 from $117,000, according to Cedric Clark, Executive Vice President of the Store Operation at Walmart U.S. Division. And it says down here, see, I ain't gonna read the whole article to you. It said, meanwhile, Walmart also said that the average wages for hourly workers would exceed $18 an hour, up from $17.50. The increase is due to Walmart introducing some higher paying hourly roles in its auto care centers last year, among other changes. It also said Walmart announced in January 2023 that U.S. workers would get a pay raise the following month, increasing starting wages to between $14 and $19 an hour. Starting wages have previously ranged between $12 and $18 an hour, depending on the location. I worked for Walmart before, and I haven't went over, 12 and a half. That was about 5 years ago, though. So we'll see. Let's go on to the next one here. This from the U.S. Sun. It sounds twisted. It says Walmart shopper over security measure despite CEO warning stores will close over theft. Walmart shoppers call the store's latest tactic to combat theft twisted, but experts say it could stop store closures. Socks and underwear are being placed behind anti-theft glass to stop rampage shoplifting. Looking up items may stop thieves, but it may also keep the shoppers from buying certain items. It will keep me from buying certain items. If I buy them, I'll go to other stores or buy it online. Several shoppers have complained the long waits to purchase items, such as groceries, as the anti-theft measures continue to increase. Now people have to ask for underwear. Sounds twisted to me, wrote one customer on Facebook. Besides, what does it cost these stores? 10 cents a penny? And the sweatshops? Retailers have blamed shoplifters and organized theft for inventory shrink. However, some experts believe that this is just an excuse to explain away poor profits. Anyway, so I'm gonna read on that one there. And my last one here from the Messenger. A Florida man accidentally left his phone in a Walmart bathroom. Then a stranger used it to call a bomb threat. Authorities said Cody Clements admitted to making the threat after he saw people making similar calls on TikTok. A Florida man was arrested after authorities said he used a phone he found in a Walmart bathroom stall to call a fake bomb threat, and later admitted he was inspired to make the threat from TikTok. It happened Friday and resulted in the arrest of Cody J. Clements, 28, of Northport. The Charlotte County Sheriff Department office said Clements caught in the face of a false report of planting a bomb at a neighborhood Walmart in Port Charlotte, an unincorporated community about 37 miles from Fort Myers. Threats of any kind will not be tolerated in Charlotte County. And for the individual, I believe he learned a lesson promptly, says Sheriff Bill Promel. Thankfully, there was no actual threat to the public, but I want to comment a quick response of my dispatchers as well as the deputy to ensure safety. And the way they call them, they looked over security cameras, and they noticed the owner of the phone, there was no bomb threat when he left the bathroom. And then they noticed this one guy, this Clement guy, walked into the bathroom when the bomb threat was made, and then walked out of the bathroom. That's how they call him, by the security camera. So don't think about doing that. Anyway, that's all I got for you today. I hope you like what I have so far. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and come back for more news. Until next time, thanks for watching. Later.